Okay, this is my review for Pessimistic Pizza by X8. Isn't it wonderful? Simply wonderful. Very, very wonderful. Very wonderful indeed. So, as you can probably tell, Pessimistic Pizza is a very interesting quest. Right out of the bat, it's pretty obvious. This is what you would probably consider a joke quest. Now, before you try to go off, like, oh no, it's a joke quest. It's not exactly, like, designed terrible and just a joke. Not that kind of joke quest. It's a joke quest that's designed very good. Very amazingly well, actually. It's your typical mini quest, well, it's kind of a mini quest, and I'll explain why it is and it isn't. Typical mini quests tend to be like 3 levels in a final, or 4 levels in a final. This one is 4 levels asterisk in a final. I'll explain what the asterisk is in a bit. I'll probably go ahead and start with the dungeons. The dungeon, creativity, this is the sequel to Ibuprofen. Ibuprofen's dungeons were extremely creative, very weird, and very awesome at the same time. This quest, as you can tell by level 2, is no exception. Yes, we're literally in Windows 95. If you haven't played this quest nor seen my playthrough, welcome to Windows 95. This is literally seriously as level 2. Go like next screen over, you'll like see a mouse pointer disguised as a Guinea 2. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of jokes, inside jokes, outside jokes that I don't even understand myself throughout the quest, and it's actually overall a very funny quest. It's pretty much designed to make you laugh. It really did succeed in doing that for me. Dungeon design, it's like a mini quest. The dungeons aren't that long, but getting to the end requires you to do some pretty interesting stuff. So there's just overall a lot to do, and I really enjoyed the dungeon design. Difficulty and enemy difficulty also fairly balanced. Bear in mind, around level 1, I think you probably do this before level 1 even, with a wooden sword and all. You can actually go to something called the Death Tree, full of enemy galore, and I mean like Patras, Fire Gleox, Death Knights, etc. I don't know if those Death Knights or not. But you don't actually have to technically do that yet. That's for later. That's like gives you a treat of some pain and suffering right there. Don't do that right now. But yeah, it slowly levels up. You kind of like Ibuprofen. There's an item dungeon where you get even more good items and stuff. So yeah, mini quest. You can go through 4 levels. You get to a final, and you should get what you would think is 12 hearts. You get the magic meter in one shot. There's only one magic container that fills the whole thing up. You get arrows are used in this quest, like the 2.5 arrows, and you can only carry up to 500 rupees throughout the whole quest. There's no wall upgrades or anything. Yeah. Now you're probably just wondering, like, yo, you get 12 hearts, so you think you're at 100%. You see on my screen I have 16 right now. So you ask me, what the fuck? Well, let me go a little bit more detail here. There's what people would probably consider 100%, which is getting all the heart containers, all the items. By the way, in every level numbered dungeon, as well as some other extra ones, there are actually secret rooms. This is the exception, well, kind of the exception. There's actually 2 secret rooms, but every level 1 through 4 is symmetrical. Symmetry. So if you look at your map and you don't see symmetry, like if you see like one extra room on one side, then you're gonna want to go to the other side and go to where that extra room should be. And there's usually an extra optional item in there that you can use to your benefit. It's optional, though. You don't have to do it, but I would recommend you do it, because you're probably going to regret not doing it. Like, for example, the Dungeon of Blades has an extra room. It's got the level 2 sword in it. I don't think you want to skip that. I know I wouldn't want to. And it gets gradually harder to find the secret as you go along, but that's the fun of everything. Especially level 4 secrets, really pretty tricky. Here's a tip. Don't think that all your bombable and walk-through walls are on the center of the screen. They might not be sometimes. So overall, you pretty much you're going through lots of jokes and funny moments, like the one you saw at the beginning of this. And you get through the end, and you get your 100% with your 12 hearts and everything, but then you realize I have 16 hearts, and you're asking me what? Well, there are some very super secrets in this quest. Yeah, there's actually 4 additional heart containers, a raft you can get. I can't remember, there was another thing I probably got. I can't think of it, though. Oh. No, that's Fire and 4. You start with 4 Ores Wind. These extra hard to find levels, you're gonna want to use the lens, and they're not exactly mini quest dungeons level size, but they are a bit smaller. Some of them, however, are. Some of them could be regular full-length dungeons. It depends. But for example, level 1 has one. You want to look around for the lens. You'll find like a trigger, and you'll be taken to another extra little level within a level. And you'll usually get like a heart container or other things out of it. Definitely worth doing. Definitely worth finding them all. There's, I think, 5 of them. And you can do them all. Now there's once you get that, you probably consider yourself 200% done. Now there are some even bigger secrets in this quest than that. Like you can get a level 5 sword and a level 5 tunic and a level 1 cheat. Unfortunately, I know how to get them, and I have been told I am not allowed to tell you how to get them. But they're there. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone's going to really find it on their own because the lens isn't going to help you. Unless your name is Moosh and you hack Zelda Classic. Your chances are you're not going to find it by accident. But I can't tell you how to find them, so there's that. Overall, with all the jokes and the level design and all that fun stuff combined, I honestly have to give this a 5 out of 5 because I really had a blast playing this. And I played this I played the bulk of the first 100% all in one night, and I just didn't want to stop playing because I was really having fun with this quest. And for anyone curious, level 1 basically is your colorful Candyland, lava land type weird dungeon. Level 3 is, I think, it's like a Final Fantasy designed outside land with some houses or something like that. I can't remember. I think someone mentioned that. Level 4 is... I'll let that be a surprise because that's actually pretty weird. And there's just a lot of funny stuff in this quest. It's a joke quest, but a joke in the sense that there's a lot of funny lines that don't make any sense, and just a lot of jokes and hilariousness. But as a quest itself, it's not a joke. It's actually a legitimate quest to play, and I would definitely recommend you play this because it's actually a lot of fun. So yeah, overall, 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this quest, and on to the next review.